Hey guys, my name is Logan and/or Frost and/or Grin, whatever you'd like to call me. Welcome to the year-end review and/or just, you guys know what this video is. You guys have seen many videos like this on your subscription feed. I bet I certainly have. It's not why I'm doing it. I'm not trying to copy that trend. But what I am trying to do is just do exactly what I've been wanting to and what we've done every year, which is around the new year. We always just chat and just kind of shoot the shit a little bit and just talk about what we did, and honestly the year to come, which is more what this video is going to be about, is talking about what is coming to you guys in 2018. So first of all, let's cover the main thing that we cover on our channel, games. We will talk about my psyche and like what happened previous, but right now let's talk about what we're going to be doing in 2018 in terms of this channel, in terms of what games we're going to be covering, and etc. So basically games that are on my radar that I'm like, this is worth talking about and I really want to play these and mess around with these and etc. Alright, so I'm looking at a list of all the games coming out in the new year. I'm going to be listing off ones that I might touch, but then the ones that I really will play, I'll let you know. Monster Hunter World. I played it, it feels jittery to me, and it doesn't feel like the game I want to play, but the game I want to watch, which is weird. I'm cucking hard right now, is what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know, I just couldn't explain it. Like a lot of times, that type of gameplay to me doesn't really like hit that nerve. Like when it comes to like fighting styles in video games, I massively prefer like a Devil May Cry or stuff like that. Stuff where I can move as quick as I can think. Not, I hit two buttons and then I'm signing a deal with the devil because I have to make sure these animations play out perfectly before I can do anything else. That to me is a bit annoying, and yeah. Like I was playing a Monster Hunter and I was like meleeing this monster, and then my character like started meleeing air for like 3 feet, and all the while I was like, no, stop, please stop hitting, stop it. God, he's gonna hit you in the back of the head. He hits you in the back of the head. God. But one of the games that surprised the hell out of me is Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's an open world game that is a little bit more realistic, and it has some survival things to it, like drinking and eating. And honestly, it's just an open world game, an RPG kind of game that looks really interesting. I'm not sure, like it's one of those games where I'm going to play a lot of my time, and then I think I'll do exactly what I do with Shadow of Mordor for that kind of game. I'll kind of show you guys the beginning, and then the middle, and then of course the very end. And hopefully I'll like update you guys on that so that we don't have like a 40+ series of it. But yeah, I just want to play the game. I feel like it looks cool. It's actually up there on like one of my games I'm looking forward to. It's coming out February 13th. So damn. Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, it's on Xbox and PC. PCs, they're like, huh. Sea of Thieves is one of those games where it entirely depends on time. Like if I have time to play it. Honestly, it's honestly one of those games where I think it's going to be one of the most buggy, broken games I've seen. Because, like, I think 6 months ago, we had, like, some tech demos or whatever, and they were bad. Like, all the gameplay that they, like, customized and shown is awesome, but the gameplay that they had other, like, content creators fly out and play is awful. As soon as you break the railings that the trailer show, it's bad. It gets really bad, so I'm really worried about that game. I hope it's good. I'm, like, cross your fingers. I'm hoping it's real good, but I have no idea. I'm very skeptical and worried, but if we have time, we'll definitely play it. Oh, and that comes out March 20th, 2018. Of course, everything's 2018. And then next is Far Cry 5. If you guys don't know, Far Cry 5 is probably one of those games that there's a high chance I will do a full Let's Play of, because it's very, very cool in that sense. But then again, I don't know. I kind of like the way, like, I do videos of like Shadow of Mordor, where again, it was very much like beginning, middle, end. And like each thing has 3 videos tied to it. That way we can show everything, and that's what it more or less is. It's a showcase of the game, a showcase opposed to a complete long playthrough of it. So I don't know. I'm not sure what we'll do with that. But needless to say, it's definitely on my radar. It's definitely something I'm going to pick up because it looks awesome. It's coming out March 27th. God of War. Now, this is probably my most hyped game of 2018. Well, we don't know if anything is going to get released. I don't think it is. Maybe E3 Bethesda will drop a bomb and say, hey, probably not. But God of War is one of those games where I've seen it and I was like, I have to experience this. This looks awesome. This looks amazing in every attribute. I actually haven't played it's not that I haven't played. I've watched Let's Plays and I've seen the game stories and stuff like that, but I haven't actually played them. I played a couple, but the gameplay, I don't know, just at the time wasn't really my thing. Now it probably would be. But the gameplay in God of War looks perfect. Looks like that nice balance between like a little bit more visceral, because it's not like I'm bouncing in the air 50 feet and I'm fighting this thing that's 30 times my size. Instead, it feels a little more gritty, like actually like you hit a tree or like a tree husk person and you like feel the yank of his like axe from it. It's crazy. So that's coming out early 2018. No given release date, but dude, I can't wait. Actually, maybe not my most hyped game. Probably my second most hyped game. I forgot Red Dead Redemption is coming out this year. Yeah. Days Gone is also coming out, a zombie type game. I think I want to get that one too. So right now, the main games that are on my list are that Knights game, the RPG, like open world. You're playing like an archer, a thief, or a knight. That game's on my list. God of War is on my list. These are like my top 5. And then Days Gone is also on my list, which is coming out early 2018. Crackdown, not really on my list. Red Dead Redemption, early spring, late down the year, but still definitely on my list. That's number 4. Yeah, it's on my list, dude. Vampiri is definitely not on my list. That looks like it's a steaming pile of shit. The gameplay, I've seen gameplay of it and it looks horrible. Anyway, State of Decay, definitely on my list. Thank God it's coming to PC as well. Xbox One and PC. Thank you, Microsoft. Metro Exodus. Shit, I thought there was not a lot of good games coming out this year, but those are like up there for like, I want to play. I really want to play. Damn it. Anthem, it says it's coming out fall 2018. Yeah, sure it is. If that's the case, then Anthem is probably my most hyped game, even though, yeah, there's some stuff with BioWare, but yeah. I also think that that's good though. With the shit that happened with Mass Effect, EA cannot afford another fuck up. So I think they're gonna be like, just make this a thing. How much money do you need? Sure. Just take it. Just take it and make sure we don't fuck this up. Same with EA. EA needs a good publicity, and this is their next AAA game coming out. So I think it's gonna be different. And who knows, maybe it will dip into that horrible darkness again. But hey, I think for at launch, I think we're okay. But yeah, Anthem is it probably goes Anthem, Red Dead Redemption. I don't know. Both of those are like fucking up there for me. And then God of War. This is us going crazy about games. Ooh, I didn't know Darksiders 3 was coming out 2018. TBC 2018. To be commented or announced? I don't know what TBC stands for, but yeah. Maybe it's coming out 2018. If that's the case, fucking playing it. Dude, I thought there was like nothing coming out in 2018. These are all like games where I'm like, oh my god. Fuck yeah. Okay, Spider-Man, I don't think that's coming out 2018. Yeah, I think these are all things that have not been announced yet. And have the potential to be announced, but most likely, no. Oh, Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Oh, I'll play the shit out of that. I'll actually make like a whole Let's Play of that. I love that game. Death Stranding. Yeah, my ass is coming out this year. You fucking liar. Also, Beyond Good and Evil. I doubt it. I doubt anything. I think they haven't announced them. So they're like, hey, there's the chance they're just going to be like, fucking coming out this year, which honestly would not be too surprising, because this year Bethesda, not this year, a couple years back, Bethesda did one of the best things that any company has done and been like, hey, Bethesda like showed the industry that there is an art form to hype and to like building it and to perfectly maintaining it to get people to buy your game. And yeah, it's wild. It was wild. Regardless of how you feel about the game itself, the love and the hype for a game that didn't even exist yet was insane. Now, with that being said, I do love Fallout, regardless of what form it takes, I would play the shit out of it. I really hope Obsidian gets to make another Fallout, like really badly. I hope that happens. And those are the games that I'm going to be covering. So the ones that you guys are probably going to be seeing as soon as possible is, what was it called? Kingdom Come Deliverance, I think it's called. It's like a really realistic game. It could either be the biggest flop or a really cool thing in its premise, because it's kind of like survival meets mid-ages. You can play a thief, you can play a knight. Yeah, it could be really interesting. There's no like voodoo power wizard shit in it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm real hyped for that. So that's what you guys are probably going to be seeing at the tail end of the year. Or not the tail end, the front-facing part of the year. But as of the games I'm most excited about, Red Dead Redemption's up there. Far Cry's up there. God of War's up there. What was the other one? I was like super hyped about it. What happened? What happened to me? Anthem. Yeah, Anthem's way up there. Even though I know people have mixed thoughts about BioWare and EA right now, but it's those mixed thoughts that make me think that they can't fuck it up. You know what I mean? They don't have the ability or utility or option to fuck it up, should I say. Yeah. So those are the games I'm most excited for. Metro Exodus, I keep just accidentally like backing out and seeing them again, and whew, man, they all look good. Anyway, so those are the games that you guys can expect me covering. Also just like reminders that these games are coming out next year. Be fucking hyped. First, let's talk about what we did this year. So I actually haven't checked. Let's quickly do that. I don't know. I don't know, man. How many subscribers do we have? I don't know. I think we had like 6,000 at the beginning of this year, and now we got to 13,000, almost 14,000, which is wild to me. Again, what? What is the only thing that comes to mind? Yeah, immensely grateful. Could not be more blah about that whole thing. And honestly, like those are really cool. And like the numbers and etc. Like for the first time this year, I was able to kind of hit a soft spot of like 100 views to like maybe 1,000 with like Let It Die and like other popular series on my channel. Though that was like the medium I was able to hit, which for me was insane, coming from a person that was lucky to get 10 views on his videos, etc. So yeah, and like to me, as much as the numbers and things like that are cool, to me as like a content creator is really the thing that I love and like really like to look at. And I think compared to like the beginning of this year towards the end of this year, I think the content change and like the way I address you guys, the way I talk, the way I have edited, the way I structurally like make a series on my channel, like I actually make a series, not just a playthrough or whatever. I actually try to make it more than just that. And I feel like this year I was able to do that. And I feel like towards the tail end of the year, I was able to really do that. And that's a really cool feeling. Like that's the thing that gets me hyped. As much as I do appreciate people supporting me and etc., I am like very critical of myself. So I like to know that I'm able to give you guys, I guess I want to make sure I'm worthy of whatever number is that, you know what I mean? Like some people are like, I want 1 million subscribers right now, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. To me, I would like, well, I would rather know what I'm doing and then accumulate people who enjoy the content that hopefully is above average and can take enjoyment from it that way, opposed to just having everything right now. I feel like it's a good way to like just get complacent, I suppose, with like your content and what you're doing, etc. But yeah, as of like a reflection on the year, we had massive subscriber growth for me personally. I know for like other people on YouTube, not crazy, but for me, immensely amazing. And as of like me as a content creator, I feel like I've leveled up in many regards. Yeah, and it's cool because I didn't really put it together, but right towards the end of the year, we also updated our quality. I haven't got my camera yet, but hopefully the camera I get is going to be better than this one. So you guys will be able to see a better face from me. Well, not better face, a better pixelized face, I suppose. And I got a better mic as well. And yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, things are just kind of falling into place in a nice way. Yeah, I'm gonna hate myself for not like remembering more things, but honestly, like that's kind of what I want to leave off on too. Is just not leave off on, but just kind of touch on is the aspect that for me, what really is something that I really like is being able to grow and like, yeah, grow, I guess is a good way to say it. Like, especially as, again, I look around YouTube and I see everyone be so obsessed with like number and etc. But I'm like, you're making the same content as you've always made. You know what I mean? Like you're not trying to evolve it. You're not trying to like make it so that the people that, it's almost like if you're going to try to sell yourself, try to be the best self you can be. I know it sounds like cheesy, but even if you rationalize it as you're like a vehicle, well, don't just be like, I can't believe why people aren't selling my vehicle. Hey, let's come up with these like crazy scams, like a clickbait title or a clickbait whatever, or like let's trick people with these food, aka I don't know, Amazon gift card giveaways. I don't know, and this and that and this and that, opposed to being like, you know what? I want to work on this car. I want to make it more than what it is currently. I want to try to, you know, put better wheels on it, try to look at the insides, make sure they're strong enough to handle what this person's going to put them through, etc. That's kind of the way I look at it. And that's kind of what I really gain or really like from this year. Is I felt like there was a tremendous amount of growth when it comes to me. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I hope, no, I think it's there. I truly believe it's there. Again, looking back at old content, I kind of put that together, hopefully. I say that because, again, the reason why I question it, I'm like, is because I do believe that you don't always have a mirror in front of yourself, so you don't always know if that is the case. I feel like with that information, though, you can like take that into the equation as well, and like understand that yes, you may not have that complete understanding of what you project, but you can also take that into the equation and kind of like understand that and still come up with a pretty accurate conclusion. Anyway, so now we are going to be talking about what I'm hoping to accomplish in the new year. No resolution shit for me here. I don't really believe in that at all. Anyways, but stuff like that. Stuff that real quick, why I don't like the whole resolution stuff is probably the reason why everyone doesn't like it. I don't know. To me, the resolution stuff, it has people being like, I want to have like I want to start exercising and have like a nice body and etc. People like make those resolutions, and it's like resolutions like that are horrible. Goals like that are horrible. Especially like that's like the most common one is like a person wanting to be more attractive or with their body, etc. But people don't realize that like when you start exercising, you will not see a return on that investment for a long ass time, and that really depends on your genetics. So like a person will be like, hey, I want to have a fucking rockin' bod, and then they'll devote crazy amounts of time to exercising, and then they'll be like, what the hell, I still got this or that, I still got a tummy, I still got fucking cankles, I don't know, whatever your problem is. My point being is that it takes a long ass time to show that result, so it's a really bad fuel. Whereas if you're like, if you're going to that experience being like, hey, I want to work out and exercise because I want to feel better, I want to feel healthy, I want to do all that, I want to not feel so tired all the time, then yes, that is a good way to do it. That's like a good fuel that you will see a return on. And as of like the people who are like, I want to be a nicer person, I also come from the mindset of, why can't you do that now? Why do you have to wait for like a year? Like, I think there's like a big power behind having a goal. But why does the start line need to be at 2018? It should be right this second. And that sounds condescending and stupid, but also that's like the whole idea of New Year's resolutions that I don't like. Anyway, moving on. Just wanted to quickly touch that. The reason why I was like, at the beginning of this topic, is I think the beginning of 2018, the first week and a half, I'm going to need you guys to I'm going to need you guys to bear with me for a little bit. Because I mentioned it in the previous videos, Fortnite and Let It Die, Fortnite and Destiny, but I mentioned that I was kind of getting kind of burnt out on video games, not video making, the video games I was playing. So I was playing a lot of Destiny, and I was playing a lot of Fortnite, and of course I'm playing a lot of Let It Die. All of these games are extremely taxing and like grindy, and you oftentimes feel like you're running in like a hamster wheel, that kind of feeling. And normally I can kind of just suspend disbelief and kind of get over it. But recently I've been just really not wanting to play those video games, and I think that videos where you are truly passionate about whatever it is really fun to watch and really entertaining, even if the person is just like, it's because they want to be there, right? And that's like a big part about commentary and etc. It's really not appealing to watch someone fake being excited about whatever. I started feeling myself get into that category, so I thought, well, I need a game to cleanse my palate. So I recently bought a game called Slime Rancher. It's super chill, it's super calm, it's super rewarding in the sense that if you play the mechanics well, you can improve. You guys will see, I'm sure you've heard of it, I'm sure it's really weird type of content to be playing on my channel comparatively to what I play, but still, hopefully you guys will bear with that for just probably a week. I want to make like 12 videos on it and just kind of pump the fundamentals and kind of really progress. I'll play a little bit on my time and like show you guys what happened, etc. The second thing is that, and this is more for like the Let It Die audience, and I'll probably make a Let It Die video talking about this as well, but I recently bought Grasshopper Manufacturer's previous game, Killer is Dead, and my god, that game is so interesting, and it shares so many parallels with Let It Die. Now, for the sake of time for Killer is Dead and doing a playthrough of that, or a Let's Play or showcase, I'm going to play through the game or grind experience on my time, and then make a video giving that back to you guys. Basically going through Killer is Dead with my ultra tier character who can just blow through everything. That's the plan. which should not take more than like hopefully 10 or 12 parts. Yeah, so yeah. This week, the first week and a half or 2 weeks of content are going to be probably these 2 games, and if you guys do not like any of these games, I probably will still jump in and play Let It Die and etc. Give you guys a change of pace, but I feel like that's going to dominate 3 or 4 videos of the week. We'll see, and I really hope you guys can at least hold out for 2 weeks or a week and a half, because again, I don't like to feel like I'm making that content, and I hope you guys give that content a chance as well. Yeah, I don't really know what to say, because again, I kind of need that game right now. I don't want to just make content for the sake of making content. I want to make content because I truly want to show you guys something cool, or make good content, and I do feel like you need to be passionate about what you're doing, and I do think these games, I'm also kind of passionate about what I'm doing. So hopefully I can kind of show you guys that, and yeah. And as for 2018, what the hell we're going to be doing in terms of the channel, in terms of where I want to go, I've thought about this. I just don't know how to really put it into words. I kind of just want to, I mean, the more I think about life and the complicated aspects of it, I learned that you're a fool to try to guess upon what is the future. But that's not to say that I don't have goals. Like, again, my goals are almost always the same. I want to become, first and foremost, a better content creator. I want to make better videos. I want to try to entertain people. I want to try to make people laugh and etc. That's like the goal. And then, of course, after that is probably growth of channel and like actual viewership and engagement on my channels and editing that would affect that and etc. And then after that, probably things for life, like life-wise. I'm not sure. Again, like when it comes to like, it's hard to say have a goal, because I feel like that's kind of bad as well. Like people always say have a goal, have an objective. Sure. But I don't know. I always feel like I just, instead of being like, have this goal so that you can work towards it, this is kind of fucked up, but you could go a different mindset, and you could just be like, hey, why don't you feed that other part of you, that selfish, greedy part of your brain, you know, like there's that, which what I'm trying to get at is, for me, like when it comes to exercising, I specifically really wanted to not feel so tired anymore, and I basically broke it down in that sense, and when I work out, it's strictly for me. You know what I mean? It's not this thing that is to like so that other people can validate me or whatever. It's strictly because I want to feel good, and I want to feel like I'm not tired all the time, and I have I guess a job that's very taxing in terms of being able to like sit there and perform and speak consistently and try to be energetic. So having high energy is pretty good and a pretty important thing to have. And it's funny because, again, I feel like, again, you could say I have a goal, or you could say I want something. You know what I mean? You could be like, I have this goal I'm working towards, or you could be like, I really want that. And you'd be surprised if you train your brain to see things like greed. Like, it's almost like saying a person who is like really kind, or you perceive to be kind, and you walk up to that person and you're like, dude, I really appreciate you. You're always really kind to people and you take care of people. And then they respond, well, no, I'm kind of actually selfish. I actually just really like the feeling I get when I help someone. That doesn't make me better. I'm actually doing it for a very selfish reason, because I want that feeling. I want to feel that rush, or that hope that I feel. It's like, yeah, actually you can see it that way, where it's like it is essentially a selfish thing, because you're wanting that response. Well, you can change the thought pattern and all of that. So that's kind of where I go. I don't know why we ended up on this, but that's the reason why we ended up on this, is because that's kind of how I look at most things that I've gotten done this year. like exercising and stuff like that. It's always been from a place of I want, instead of my goal or my dream is this. It's I want that. I want it. I'm greedy about it. I'm selfish about it. Give me. It's out of that like carnal aspect of your brain that everyone tells you to suppress, and that's bad. But if you learn to use it, and you learn to kind of make it more than what everyone else says it is, you can actually be pretty good. Not to like be that guy, but I'm just saying, yeah. It's almost like the 7 deadly sins. If you were to use all of those and balance them out, they can actually be really, really good. Greed, gluttony, all those things. Just a thought. But guys, I can summarize this whole year by saying that it was awesome. It was amazing. In terms of self-growth, I love the way it is. In terms of the games we had, I thought this year in games was kind of a little bit lackluster a little bit. Like again, we didn't really, from my memory, I don't think we had like a big game. Like next year, holy shit. Next year is going to be a whole thing. We have Far Cry 3, or Far Cry 5, a AAA game. We have Red Dead Redemption, huge AAA game. We have God of War, more or less a pretty big AAA game. We have so many. We have Anthem, potentially. So many AAA games coming out next year. How are we going to have time? Like, dear God, I'm sorry for any indie developer sweetheart out there. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Oh. So yeah, guys, this year was awesome. Next year is looking so good and crazy and all the time. And yeah, again, I can never thank you guys enough for supporting me and like allowing me to make you guys laugh, and for the people that have hung out. There's so much good content out there, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at. It's like there's so many people that have like this insane bracket of quality. They have like, well, I don't know, I heard it a couple days ago. It's basically, I think it was Thomas Edison or something, I don't know, but it was basically comparison is the robber of happiness. I think it's what the saying was. It was from somebody, I don't know. I just think that's kind of a very good point. I used to do that a lot when I was starting on YouTube, and it doesn't help to compare yourself to others. You just try to be the best person that you can be, the best creator that you can be. But damn, I look around and I see all these people just doing great things, and I'm like, just look down, just do your work, just try to work hard. Jesus Christ. But that's why I also say thank you guys, is for like, you know, sticking around with me. I know quality may vary. I'm not the best at video games. I'm not the best at editing. I'm not the best at talking sometimes. I'm not the best at any of this, but I most definitely appreciate all of you guys that much more because of those things. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe button above me. 2 videos to my right. I can now wait for 2018. Hopefully it's a good year. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it will be. We'll see. Bye, guys.